All right, everybody. This is Paul Irving here with My805Tix, powered by TicketSauce and My805Tix New Times in San Luis Obispo, California, serving the Central Coast. We've got a really powerful combination of a robust ticketing platform backed up with the power and reach of our local media organization, New Times Media Group, which has New Times Slow newspaper and the Santa Maria Sun, serving northern Santa Barbara County. And the idea is that we have a very capable ticketing platform that that you can use to promote your events, and in doing so, have the side benefit of getting tremendous uh, promotional push in print, online, in social media, and and even email marketing. So let's just walk you through the idea here real quick. Powered by New Times, we have local tickets in one place. We serve all kinds of different venues, whether they're small local organizations, churches, whatever, sporting organizations like the Slow Blues, music venues, nonprofits, you name it. We're doing it. And the cool thing about New Times is they have a massive reach locally. You know, a lot of us are doing local events, so the people that we're trying to reach are right here in San Luis Obispo County. So New Times puts out 25,000 paper copies every week, and 12,000 down in northern Santa Barbara County with the Santa Maria Sun. So just print alone, we have 30-something thousand copies there. Um, we have some different opportunities to get your message out as your local marketing partner. We have editorial content in our print products. So like if you're having a special event, maybe we can get our one of our editors to give you some love on that. We have web and email newsletter promotions. There's like 25,000 people on our event subscriber list. Social media support with the Facebook pages for Santa Maria Sun, Slow New Times, and My805Tix, and with Big Slow if it's music related, and more. This past pandemic season, when we had a little bit of extra time on our hands, we spent a little bit of time to go through our offering and to make sure that we were doing the very best job we could for you. And we went shopping for ticket platforms to make sure that that we could offer everything that we can. And what we ended up doing is partnering up with TicketSauce out of San Diego. We're going to be bringing a couple of their product and marketing specialists, Jason Mitchell and David Dirks, on to give us a run through of the platform in just a minute. But some of the things that they have a one-page checkout, which is really cool. It's easy for the user to get along with. Time entry updates has been crucial for the pandemic environment. If, like, let's say you're a restaurant and you can only get 20 people into your patio at a time, this timed entry will enable you to sell tickets for a 1 o'clock and then a 2 o'clock and a 3 o'clock and a 4 o'clock setting, all within the same event. Series events, we can do series tickets, sponsorship. You can create an entire library of all of your sponsorship partners and stick them on your events as they're relevant. Upsell at checkout. You can create a pop-up that comes out at the checkup. Hey, by the way, did you realize that we've got sweatshirts because it might be cold? Virtual events. This has been really big, and I would imagine that we'll see a big opportunity on this going forth. I know to do virtual events, because I've produced over this past year about 150, 160 different live stream concerts. And if you are going to do some kind of a concert behind a paywall, you kind of have to invest some money in the software to do that. So here's a way without any kind of a cost to you to be able to put either pre-recorded or live stream content behind a paywall, charge a ticket for it, market it for free through our system. So I think that's really big. Merchandise, you can put your hats and t-shirts right on your ticket page. Tap to redeem, I'll have the guys talk about. Dedicated client services team, we are very, very, very much interested in your success, and whatever we have to do to put our brightest light on you to make sure that you're enjoying as much success as possible. I'm one of the primary account reps for My805Tix, and I like to think that I do a pretty good job for my people, as well as the TicketSauce team. Those guys have been really amazing. We've won a bunch of ideas at them. Hey, our client needs this kind of a thing for their event, and what I would hear from other people is typically like, okay, that's cute, Paul. We'll put that into the 2032 product release. But these guys say, well, let's see if we can do that, and they come back with upgrades to the system very quickly. And so they're eager to keep making sure that their platform is the best that it can be. Multi-language, I haven't used this yet, but you can click a button and all of a sudden put your event into Spanish or French. It's pretty crazy. Okay, easy access, easy setup. You'll see more about that. Seating chart capabilities. We will custom build a beautiful and highly functional seating chart for you for your venue, or even if it's just a one event, we're happy to help and jump in and build a chart for you. The guys will be showing you that. And we sell more than just tickets. You can do donations, which has been really great, merchandise, ticket packages, and gift cards right there on the system. COVID ready event ticketing and social distancing solutions. The timed entry I just talked about with that restaurant example. Virtual events and live stream, we talked about that. And for night of, or even day of, since we have plenty of daytime events on the Central Coast, we have a very elegant solution where you can download the app and you'll have a box office right in your hand, either on your iPad or your telephone, however you do that. So we be happy to tell you about that. Very powerful reporting and targeted marketing. You can collect any information you'd like. You can download and export that. Your data is your data, and so we're definitely very interested in keeping competitive and giving you as much power as you can to market in the future. Competitive pricing, this is very, very close to the Eventbrite's pricing, but every ticket costs $1.50 plus 4% is the convenience fee, and then there's a 3% credit card processing fee on top of the entire transaction. And everybody's used to paying ticketing fees for buying tickets online, so this has not been much of an issue. And get paid when you want. We have a couple options on the table as of right now. Number one, you can get paid at your event conclusion, or you could connect your Stripe account and just get paid as transactions kind of flow through it. And then we can run whatever reports out of the system so you can reconcile your transactions at the end. All backed by local customer service. We're here in San Luis Obispo County, and we're ready to help you. You can even come down to the office if you have an kind of thing. Talk to our guy Bob, and you can find me. I'm around. So we're here and we're ready to serve you. Okay, so that's a little bit about why we're doing it. The idea is you do your business locally, and we're gonna help you push it out locally. This is My805Tix. You go to my805tix.com, and this is the ticket page where you're going to see a few things. You're going to see there's this carousel that kind of runs you through different events. We try to feature your event as it is coming up. Try to get your event up here, at least a week or so in advance of it coming. And then we have all of these different events that are on the platform where people can go shopping for, let's say, it seems interesting. You can go into, this is kind of a typical of what an event might look like. You can put your details. There's a lot of customization you can do. You can make your pages look however you'd like to, and there's a lot of functionality there. Let's talk about the media perks of doing business with My805Tix. We have all this stuff, all these various ways that we can help put a light on your event. Number one, that portal carousel that I was talking about, where we can rotate your event at the top of the page. We have a My805Tix Facebook page that we feature stuff through. We have a TicketWire online newsletter where we give our clients a discount on tapping into this newsletter that goes out to 25,000 people each week, and we can talk about that. Welcome print ads. On your first event with us, we will give you a complimentary 1/8 page ad in both newspapers to get the word out. Every week in the New Times and the Santa Maria Sun, we run an ad highlighting the various events. So your event will show up on this page, which a lot of people spend a lot of time on and take note. New Times and Sun Facebook pages, website, events listing widget. So like if you go to New Times San Luis Obispo, you go to New Times website and you scroll down to the bottom of the page, there's your events live right here, which is super cool. And then on the website calendars for both newspapers, we stick a buy button right on your event and put your event up for you without you having to submit it. So that's all automatic. Another thing that we can do for you if you want is we do ticket giveaways. So we can if you want to give away a pair of tickets, it's another place in the newspaper where you can feature your thing. And obviously that's not going to make you any money by giving away a pair of tickets, but it gives you hopefully more exposure, so people are seeing your event and then going down into My805Tix to buy it. And we've got all kinds of different organizations that are using our platform, and that's kind of like the laundry list of promotional perks. Here's the thing. Oh, the other thing is that we can create just for your events a website widget where you can embed your events right on your website. So however that goes, you add an event, it'll automatically post out to your website on this widget, and it also launches the marketing to go out to the website calendars on My805Tix and Santa Maria Sun and New Times. So I think that's kind of about the intro to My805Tix and the big idea there. And so let's pass it over to who wants to take it from here, Jason or Dave?
I'm going to go ahead and share, but we're going to be working off Jason's audio.
Okay.
If that's all right. Just that. Hi, I'm Dave, by the way. So it's going to look like Jason's talking a lot. He's actually the smarter, quieter one. So You know, he's here. He's gonna chime in every so often as well. But I'm gonna be your main tour guide for today, guys.
And if I can just chime in, you know, Dave's kind of being modest. He's very, very smart, as I can attest to working with him over the past several months.
Well, thank you, Paul. I'm smarter for having worked with you as well. So it's a great partnership back and forth all the way around. But yeah, thanks, guys. Just thank you for the opportunity to kind of showcase some of the functionality today. We're mainly going to be living on the front end, but just so you can see all the different outcomes that are available to you. But, you know, all of this is, you know, all of this power is in your hand. You absolutely have My805Tix support behind you, and they have us behind them. So there are multiple layers of people here to help you implement everything that you see today. So don't be overwhelmed by that. But there is a wide range of options available to you. So first things first, wanted to get a look at just kind of a pretty simple event overall. So this is in one of our layouts. We call this modern theme, and it's characterized by this large masthead image. So the good news is this is all, you know, this is all media that you can upload. So you have the ability to really customize the look and feel of your specific event. Same thing with the colors. Other than white on this theme, every other color is customizable. Right down to the specific hex code. So if you have a branding palette that you traditionally work from, very easy plug and play. If you prefer to kind of paint by feel, we have the ability for you to create custom colors in the back end as well. Otherwise, we have a very simple 2-page event setup. So this first page, the event summary page, does include a lot of the information about your event. If you already have a robust website, don't worry about it. You can skip this page entirely. But for anyone who doesn't have that robust website, this is, you know, we have this here for you to really communicate and to sell your event. So you can, you know, include information here. You can upload images, beautiful scenery to let people know exactly what they're going to be doing, what they're going to be missing out on if they pass on this opportunity. Then we give you the ability to really come in, give specific time, date, location. Once again, we can work with poster images as well, and then really allow you to place as much information on here as you would like. Plug and play photo galleries and a video library is available for you as well. So all of this is really easy to do. All of it's optional, but all of it is at your disposal out of the box. So I did say a 2-page event setup. So if we click get tickets, that actually takes us to page number 2 of our 2-page setup, which is our tickets page. From here, it's an easy 1-page checkout. So everything that you're going to be doing, you're going to be doing on this page without having to create an account, without having to click through multiple pages. It's, you know, very simple for the end user. We do it that way so that we don't see a whole lot of drop off as people navigate pages, which is what you see with traditional ticketing companies. So as we come on down, you'll see we have multiple ticket options listed out, including a 2-pack. So we do have the ability to do multi-tickets. Basically, you can sell a package of 2. It will distribute 2 tickets, but you have kind of pre-limited how people are able to purchase that. You'll see some additional options on that as well. And then, as Paul was so kind to highlight earlier, we also give you the ability to do things like sell merch on your event. So all of the ticket type or product type descriptions do give you the ability to load images as well. So if you have a beautiful image of the item you're trying to sell, really great to put that in there and highlight that for the end user. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add one of those to my cart right now. Paul, I'm assuming I can get a break on shipping and handling on this. And then from here on, we also have examples of being able to donate to organizations. So obviously, the last 15 months have been a little less than ideal for most people, but one of the great things that we have seen has been uptake in the amount of our event organizers who are including this donation function on their event as a way to partner within their community. So obviously, My805 is a community-first organization, and you guys as members of the community are absolutely invested as well. So this is a great opportunity for you to catch people while they have the proverbial wallet out, but also, really deepen that connection you have with community organizations. So we move on down to questionnaires. We do give you the ability to ask a wide range of these. Some of them are practical. Some of them can be simply for marketing purposes. It can be a waiver. We can do a specific to merch. We can do, pick your color of your hat. And then you can do required questionnaires as well as optional ones as well. From there, we just come on down, fill out the rest of our information, click submit order, and the purchase is complete without having to jump through a million pages. So what does an event look like that's maybe not so simple? So what we have here is a great example of someone who's using what we like to call our timed entry functionality. So as we come on down, you'll notice that a lot of this looks very familiar to what we've seen in some of our previous locations, but what we do have here are listings of the different dates and times that this event is going on. So we can actually come in here and purchase not just specifically for chakra meditation as a whole, but you can pick a specific date and time. So if we go ahead and we click into one of these specific pages, this is where you'll see that we have the ability to come in, select a date, select a time slot, and then be able to purchase specifically for Thursday at 7:30 a.m. So this does a couple of things. This allows you to, say if there is a rush hour per se for chakra meditation, you could price, Saturday mornings at a higher price point. We can also control capacities for individual time slots as well. So say maybe some of your early time slots, you can only have 50 people, but as you get later in the day, you can actually stretch that to 75. We can incorporate all of that as part of the timed entry product. Then as we come on down, you'll see that we also give you the ability to build this out as maybe even its own mini event page with photos, with details. So you really have the ability to make these your own. And then each activity page. So if you are doing, say that we were doing different types of meditation at different times and different locations on here, each one of these pages has its own unique URL so that you can drive marketing not only to the event as a whole, but to individual pages. One of the things that Paul did highlight is the ability to use our event widget to list only your events on your site. So this is a great example of what the local lighthouse has been doing. They've been doing a lot of great events through us. And then they actually use the widget itself to list events that are just from their organization on their website. So you do have a lot of optionality as far as, if you want to show 5 events at a time, 10 events, you want to show all your events with pagination on there so people can click through. We really give you a lot of options there, just depending on what best suits your need. You can even pull different versions of this for different places on your website. So if this is, the main events listings page, but you also want to have just a small sidebar, maybe on an overall calendar page, you can do that as well. So as always, if you have any questions on implementation with this, definitely reach out to your local My805 rep, and then together as a team, we will make sure to get you the answers and the help that you need. Another one of the great things that we've been able to implement over the last year or so is virtual events. So these can be done in a couple of different styles. They can be done as the example we've pulled up here with just on-demand video. We've also seen a lot of live streams that have been done. And then what we're seeing more and more as the world drifts back closer to where it was previously is hybrid events. So the ability to sell tickets for both an in-person aspect of your event, but also for people who may be out of town or who may be a little bit slower to come back to public spaces. They have the ability to still participate and help you generate revenue from a distance. So you'll see that this event looks very much like a traditional event. In fact, the experience of purchasing a ticket is exactly the same as it is for an in-person event. So we'll see the tickets page here, same thing. We have the ability to just price this at a certain point, and the purchase process you're going through is the same as anything else. What happens after purchase, however, is you receive an order confirmation email that will include a link and a digital access code to allow you to access and attend your virtual event. And then once you've clicked on that digital access link and entered your code, you're able to arrive at a page very much like the one you're viewing right now. So this can be pre-produced content. This can be a live stream, as I said. But what's great about our system is not only do we gate this securely for you, but the background image that you see here, or even the the advertisements that are going to roll through here at the bottom, this is all stuff you can upload through our system. So they're specialized, they're personalized to your event. And then as for the video hosting itself, you can actually use your favorite video streaming provider. For instance, this is on YouTube, but we've worked with basically every video provider under the sun over the last 12 months that provides embed code. So as long as you have the ability to pull embed code from your video provider, which is almost all of them, then we'll be able to work with this particular functionality. And then finally, did want to give you a look at our interactive seating charts. So as Paul said, we do build these to your exact specifications. We've done so from everything from CAD drawings to crayon drawings on napkins and everything in between. We typically prefer something in between, but we will definitely meet you where you're at. So these are great because you can hook these up to specific ticket types. You have the ability, the end user does, to come in here and select their own seats. And then as we're going to see here momentarily, we also have the ability to institute and enforce social distancing rules. So obviously, as event organizers, the hope is that we do not have to do this too much longer, but the goal is that we can meet your need that you have right now. So, and we don't just need to do seats as well. So we can also do individual seats at tables. We can do full tables. And then we also have the ability to do booths, which we've used for everything from vendors at events to tailgating parties at horse races and everything in between. So we can also hook up a multi-ticket package to something like a booth or a table. So if someone is buying a table of 8, you can distribute 8 tickets to them so everyone can show up individually. We have a lot of flexibility in what we can do here. So that is the front end of the platform. Thanks guys for the opportunity to let us show this off to you. And then I will go ahead and pass it back over to you, Paul, for the next steps.
All right. Hey, thanks so much, David. I appreciate that. I see in the chat we got a question that I'm just seeing right now. On the first page, she has a question. When you have multiple dates, I noticed that the dates take up a lot of room on the front and hide details below. And most people do not keep scrolling down. Is there a way to remove all the dates or make it take up so much space on the home page? Well, gosh, Don. So one thing that I did, I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to blow David out. And let me show you what I did to your event. Okay, so here's Dawn's event. And what she was saying is that, gosh, all these dates are just so much, and everyone's not going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of that to get to the point where the details were in here. So I took the details out of here, Dawn, and I put everything right up front so that they could see everything to make this a little bit less of an issue on like, gosh, that's a long list of dates that you have there. Another thing that you could do alternatively is like you could skip out on this page altogether and just have your people link to this date, to this page, which just has nice clean drop down, and then your details down here. Feedback on that, Don?
Yes, thank you for that. So on this page, probably would give them this, but it doesn't have the map.
Correct.
And then on the other page, even though you put all the details up front, it's still that they're missing the map and the photos. It's so far down, like you keep going, and then, yeah, the map, and then I figure it feels like the drop down menu for dates should also be here. Is there, what else is down there? And then before, you're not seeing it, there used to be content as well.
Yeah,
So, like I would want to put the photos and the map there, and then like well, this is what I would think. You always want to call to action as soon as possible. You still want tickets as fast as you can, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess I could put a ticket button. We're missing the ticket button, it looks like, on the.
Well, we took the ticket button out because that was what was preventing us to see all this drop down for the activities.
Paul, if I can actually step in here for a second. The other option that we have here, Don, is modern. While it looks really, really great, isn't always going to be the best solution for everything. We do have another layout called classic. It doesn't have that large masthead image, but what it does do, because it doesn't have the masthead image, is it displays things a little bit more modularly and allows for more things to be visible on the page at the same time. So I think if we were working directly together, that is something I would probably recommend that we take a look at. So Paul, just for the sake of us viewing it, if you want to go ahead and pick like simple red or something, just super easy.
Simple red. Okay.
And then let's go ahead and resave.
Change layout?
No, the save button's going to be right there at the bottom. Then we are going to be able to view that map right up top. We are going to be able to view that full set of drop downs. Even if you do have some information in the event settings right there, it'll be very visible to you. So, and you can still customize a lot of the colors on this. They can search specific dates. So if your concern is how much people are able to view kind of at one time, this is something that's available to us that we can take a look at.
Yeah, I prefer the other, just from a marketing standpoint. I do.
Sure.
And if we go back to the other, I think we had, but I would want maybe put a ticket button. I like having the ticket. It's the green one all the way to the right, all the way. Yeah. That's cool. All these, I mean, it's amazing. You can't please everybody, right? So I put my logo there. So I just noticed that, but I like but does the map come up on the PDF? See, like there I have Aurora Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a couple of options if you really want to display that map. So we give you the ability to load images into the order confirmation email. That's typically where I recommend a lot of our clients put information that they want people to have closer to the day of. Because I think we've all done the thing where we've bought tickets and then we ignore the order confirmation page and then we don't look at anything until like 2 days before the event. And then we right there have the ability you do have the ability to customize that order confirmation email to include images like a map or to include additional information that the end user might circle back to and view a day or two before the event.
Yeah, that's great, because I love the option to be able to text with this, because mine is weather, there's a weather issue. So I want to be able to text people and say, we have a secondary option to go to a park.
Mm-hmm.
And I put that in the event. And I've said, we may move to a park, I'll text you, before the event to let you know that the location has moved. So I can put that in that PDF, like, keep your phone handy, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. And Don, you hit on something that I don't think we really had talked about before, but the ability to text all of your attendees is massive right through the system. Anytime you want to, you can schedule a text, you can schedule an email, you can send one right now. However you wanted to do that is very good for, you know, even concessions. Hey, hot dogs are ready, or whatever it is. Weather's looking bad, bring a sweater, or, you know, whatever you need to communicate with them. It's nice to be able to have the tools to do that easily. Okay, so we got Jennifer that joined us. Hi, Jennifer.
And Kim.
And Kim. Okay, so what are you guys up to? What are you selling?
Well, right now we're working on Summer Guide, and I don't have a lot of experience with selling the tickets in the past, so this is all very new to me. I mean, I've just kind of mentioned it and passed it on to Bob or somebody else who's got more experience. So
nice.
So this is a good overview for me.
Excellent. Okay.
We have the Dune Center coming on with their tickets, and I'm waiting to get the information for that. The woman is new to her position, so trying to get her. I just got the onboarding information this last week, and now we just have to get her up and running on the platform.
Okay. Have you spent much time on it yet, Kim?
I have not.
Okay. Well, you should get to know my friends Jason and Dave.
Yeah, I should. Because then I can put all of her information up there, and I don't need her.
Yeah. And one thing that's been working well for me is jumping on a Zoom session and building things together with clients.
Yeah, just to get her to focus, just because she just picked up as an interim, is kind of hard, and so yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here for you. Whatever you need.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do have one more out of Santa Barbara, the Vine and the Taste of Vine, or one second. It's the Samsung Clinic is putting it on. It is the Taste of the Vine. It's out of Santa Barbara. So she was really interested in it. I sent her the information, and she's supposed to get back to me. So hopefully that will.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the tech geniuses before we let them go?
I do. I have one.
Nice.
So can you require, because at the when I was working on it last night, you can check a box that says receive texts, but I noticed that it wasn't, I can't find it anywhere. And it looks like on my event page right now, it's an option. And same with, my battery's about to die. And the same with send me updates, send me email newsletters. Can you have it automatically say yes rather than no?
Yes.
Okay.
That's great.
We can do that.
Okay, yeah, because right now it says no, and then the other. And then it looks like, can you customize? Can you put the map above those tickets? Just curious. I think the Point San Luis has their map. Like it said, you said you can customize your homepage. Can you customize the order? Can you put the tickets just below the photos, below the map, put the tickets at the bottom?
I'll let Dave and Jason speak to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, the location of where everything is a little bit locked in. The other thing I would maybe recommend for you, Don, since the map definitely seems to be a focus that you want people to really be able to see, is so we do have a field called the ticket information field that will show up at the top of the checkout page. So it is after people have gone in and selected their time slots, but it is a chance for you to visually show them a map of where they're going to go one last time before they check out, just to really emphasize the location. So we do have a lot of fields like that that are highly customizable, that are used for a variety of purposes. So that might be, the things that are important to you should definitely be reiterated over and over again throughout the process. So we can place that as an embeddable image on the activity page. So where we had those full details, we could definitely include a map image there. And then we can include a map image again at the top of the checkout page, if that's something that you feel like you really need to communicate to people who are going through the purchase process. There's a lot of optionality within the platform for just that reason. So we can help you out with some of that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm in the middle of the beach. You have to find it's kind of hard. So map is important. And then the last thing I would say, just brainstorming, you could just seeing this presentation has made me think out of the box a little bit. I could create a whole nother meditation page and have it be private meditation. And the maximum people is 2 and charge $55 a person, which is what I do on Airbnb experiences. So you could actually customize this because right now I'm already on Airbnb experiences and I get people all the time booking private meditations for 2 or 4 people. The cost is much more. This was just kind of a local event that I'm doing to build local community. It's $15 a person. I'm having up to 10 people and I'm going to show up every Thursday. But I could, because you have that drop down menu of time. I mean, I don't even know if I could incorporate it within just the meditation on the beach to have a private, another option, you know what I mean, as private time, location, but the price would change. That's true. So it'd have to be a separate, but just an idea for other people too. You could make private events, right? Meaning that, am I making sense?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And that's why the drop down or the list works like it does. So right now, obviously you have the same Thursday chakra meditation listed out, but if you wanted to open up time slots on, let's just throw out Tuesdays and Wednesdays for private meditation, that can show up as a different activity page with a different drop down. And yeah, you can absolutely set that at a different price and you can set that at a different capacity. So there's no reason you couldn't incorporate it into this event or have it as a separate event. That at that point, it would be purely up to you.
And I would also like to add that on every event that you create, you have 3 different options on the visibility of that event. Number 1 is put that thing everywhere you can, and it shows up on the New Times and the Santa Maria Sun site and all of the calendars and everywhere. Or you could just have it private, so it doesn't show up anywhere except for what you point a link to. So it'll be a link to it, and that's the only way you can get to it. And I believe, Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like there's a 3rd option that keeps it off of My805Tix, but keeps it on the organizations thing. So if you were doing public and private things at the organization level, you would be able to handle both of those things, like on that website widget.
Yeah, we do have a couple of options there, including, if you make an event date list, which is certainly something that you can do if you have content that's living evergreen. You do have the ability to show that or exclude that from your, whatever widget you're using to post on your particular website. So there is, we do have a lot of visibility options available. And if you have any questions on how to fine tune that the most correct way, I would just definitely reach out to your local rep and we'll help them take care of you.
And just to clarify that, David, by a dateless event, are you talking about something that doesn't have any events either at the actual event and activity level, or because like what Dawn did is she made a dateless event with dated activities?
Yeah, when I say dateless, well, technically, when we refer to dateless, we're referring to the event itself, not having a specific date or period of time. So you can still build out activities. You can still build out these these mini events for specific dates and times. But when we refer to dateless events, we're talking about at the event level, like Dawn did, not providing a specific date for the event.
So Dawn could, in theory, have maximum visibility or not on her dateless event that has dated activities.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I know you have some more questions, Dawn. Throw them out there.
I know. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So-
we got 8 more minutes.
Okay, well, might as well keep brainstorming. So I'm thinking that I would like to be able to have the option under the chakra meditation to offer private and put another time, like just for the hell of it, I'll throw out Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'll put noon or Saturday at 12, and just put a few dates out there and times. But the only problem is that it would be at a different price. So you couldn't, and then I wouldn't be able to do it under the chakra meditation, this particular activity. I would have to create a separate page, but then I would be showing up twice on the 805Tix. One is chakra meditation and one would be private meditation.
No, because all you would have to do is you could just copy your event, right? Change the visibility on that thing to private, and then change your dates and quantities and prices and whatever. And then you're the only people that see that, and whoever you share that link with.
Yes, and that's when I already have the client ready. My question is, I want people to see that, so I want people to sign up, like Airbnb experiences. I don't do anything. They market for me. So this is free marketing, right? So that's what I
drop-down box.
Excuse me?
Could it be a drop-down box, Paul? Like a drop-down, this is 2 people. This is at, Tuesday at 2:00. And this is to make a reservation, so to speak. Buy that ticket so that it reserves that spot, and she has 2.
Dave, you can call different activities different names, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no reason we couldn't have it on the same event. So we can have 2 separate activities, one that's titled chakra meditation, basically the one we have currently. And then we can set up a second one, and it can have a different price point and it can have a different capacity that says private meditation and breath work. So we can incorporate both into the same event. And Don, if you send over kind of details on what you're thinking over to Paul, we'll help him get that squared away for you. I'd love to get an example live for you to take a look.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's great. Yeah, I see now, because I'm a dateless event with all those dates. So I just wouldn't know how to, So that's great. I would love to throw in a few privates just in case people show up and they're like, yeah, I can't do Thursday at 7:30. And that's hopefully locals, but someone might see this and say, I would love to do a meditation with her at a different time. Here's some other options. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if anybody else have any other questions for our tech gurus?
I have one more. So if they wanted to contact the host of this event, like, hey, I don't see the time that you have and I want to do this, can they is there a contact number they can, or email through that?
You provided a phone number and an email address. So if when they get to the point that says need help, there's a need help link. They need help, it's going to trigger either an email or a pop-up with your phone number. Yes. Yeah. So it's in working with these guys, and it's a steep learning curve. And I've been doing this now with these guys for several months, and I feel like I still haven't explored all the functionality that they've built into the system. But what I really like about it is, like, if you have an idea, we can make it happen. I really haven't seen something that has stopped these guys from saying, "Now we can't do that." It's always like, yeah, here's how you do it, or let's find a way to make it happen. So I've been super impressed with the bottomless cup of opportunity with TicketSauce. Okay, any last call for questions here? Kim?
No, just what I need help to. I'm going to reach out to her as soon as we get off this call, and then I'll reach out to you on setting that because I will need help with that.
Okay. Yeah, and Jason and Dave, just so you're hip, Kim over here in the purple sweatshirt that was just talking.
Oh, no, that's of it this way.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Kim, and she's another 805Tix rep down northern Santa Barbara County.
Awesome. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, guys, it's been a pleasure exploring all of this with you. My name is Paul Irving. I'm with Big Slow and My805Tix, and whatever I can do to help you guys get your events off the runway and up to cruising altitude, it would be my pleasure. And if there's nothing else, let's sign off and go make some events happen.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, if you could hang out for a second, I have a question.